welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun. Stop.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would run the ball again and again and again because you established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Here we go. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they finally get their chance on offense, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here we go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. So halftime is... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. He spins free. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson going to keep it. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demetrius Knight leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw, Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Now Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
Burrow. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Throwing, Burrow.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They're looking deep here for Flowers. This ball intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story of this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, the play of their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL.